Before starting to sell on Amazon, the question always arises whether to sell as an individual or to create a company. In this video, we will discuss all the pros and cons. And for those who are not yet familiar with me, my name is Vyacheslav Molodetsky, and I am a marketer at TimePro Global. We provide services for Amazon, individual. All you need is a passport and to register on Amazon. The advantages are obvious: quick launch, minimal investment, and the downsides. The first is personal liability. You must understand that when operating as an individual, you as a person are personally responsible for all the complexities and issues, including legal problems. The second issue is the lack of loyalty. Both Amazon and other companies you will collaborate with will look at you rather skeptically as an individual. Third, tax issues. Most often you will either overpay taxes as an individual, or the second option is that you will simply have a black accounting system. You will close it with mistakes, and perhaps no one will find out about it, or they will find out and you will just be shut down. Fourth, these are investment limitations. This means you will not be able to obtain a favorable loan from the bank or the same loan that Amazon offers. For an individual, this credit is not available. Fifth, there are difficulties with scaling, which are also related to investments in general. This means you will not be able to sell the company or attract outside investors. Well, in general, it will be difficult to think about scaling. And the sixth point is the limitations in business partnerships. This basically relates to the point about image. I will say that some services and companies you will work with will simply refuse to work with you when they know that you are just an individual. Company. This can be an LLC, LTD, depending on the country, partnership, corporation, and so on. Let's break down the pros and cons of having a company. Well, the advantages are essentially proportional to the disadvantages that an individual faces. Image, company image. Everyone will understand that you are a company. 2. Tax flexibility. When you have a company, you gain a certain flexibility. You are likely to pay less in taxes, you can receive certain deductions and benefits, and this gives you some flexibility in tax payments. 3. Absence of personal liability. In the case of a company, many problems will pass by you. They will be the company's responsibility, except for criminal ones. Fourth, a company opens up opportunities for working under the FBA model. A company is not the only requirement, but it is one of those important points. However, we will discuss FBA separately in another video. Fifth, the possibility of attracting investments and also selling the business. Yes, you can sell your company on Amazon, and there are many ways to do it. Sixth, visas and opportunities. When you have a company in a specific country, such as the USA, you will have the opportunity, in addition to obtaining credit and investments, to acquire a work visa, a business visa, or an investor visa. I would also consider the ability to protect intellectual property as an additional bonus. When you have a company and you are selling something successfully, the chances of someone taking it from you are much lower. Because in your case, you have legal standing as a company, mom. In contrast, when you are an individual, your rights are limited. Well, to conclude, I would say that the option of registering a company is generally better, as I mentioned earlier, and it is a more scalable model overall, meaning that in this case you have a long-term perspective, but the company also has its downsides. Well, the downside of having a company is the expenses, meaning you will need to spend money on accounting, as well as on managing that accounting, which means you will need to hire an accountant or a secretary. It can also be said that a company requires time for its establishment, for obtaining all the necessary documents, and this essentially also translates into expenses. In summary, if you have a limited budget and limited time, and you want to get started quickly, begin as an individual. If you are looking at this business in the long term, seriously, and want to be as motivated as possible, register a company. This is a more reliable and ultimately a more correct way to trade on Amazon and to conduct business in general. Did you like the video? Support us with a like. For you, it's a minimal effort, but for us, it's incredible support. Also, subscribe to our Telegram and WhatsApp groups via the links in the description. Ready to register a company in the USA to work on Amazon? Contact us. We provide this service turnkey, and not just this service. The link is in the description.